Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 28th. I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started. 6:19 right now, so the market will open in about 11 minutes. Got that set up. A few other things right here. And it looks like we're good. So let me just finish wrapping this up right here and we should be good to go to start our analysis for the day. Good. All right, solid. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium real quick. The real-time access. And I think we're good to go. All right. All right, looks good, guys. Let me let people into the room real quick. We'll give it a few minutes for people to join. All right, I'm going to start off by marking up the areas of liquidity right here on the 1 minute. Looks like people are making their way in. So good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 28th. It's 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up the liquidity real quick. And then once I'm done with that, I will start with our analysis of the overall bias for this trading day. So mark it right there. Looks good. All right, solid. Got that drawn up right there. Hey, Miles, morning. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Peter. Morning, Marco. Morning, Jennifer. Morning, Al. Morning, everybody. All right, so people are still making their way in. I'm going to go ahead and draw the liquidity on the clean chart as well. And I think we should be good. All right. All right, solid. Looks like everything is good to go. Other than that, I think there was news here at 5:30. So let me just mark that up on the calendar as well. Right here at 5:30. So 5:30 and 7. So we had news over here at 5:30, which was right here, which is fine because it lines up with the sessions right there. And then we have news at 7:30, I believe, right here. So I'll mark this up at 6:30, market open. 7:30 is going to be news. So we'll color that red. All right, cool. Just gonna do the same thing over here as well. 5:30 news right there. And then we got news coming up at 7:30. And I think that's about it. So it looks like we're pretty much good for the most part. All right, so everything's pretty much marked up. Looks like we're solid. I'll give it a few minutes, then we'll analyze the bias to see where we'll likely be trading today. Let's see who else is here. Looks like Surin's here. Morning, Surin. Morning, Jez. Morning, Jessica. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Mauricio. Morning, Nick. Morning, Natasha. Morning, Maria. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Fudme. Morning, Solo. Morning, David. Morning, Fahad. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Jesus. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Talanji. Morning, Del. Morning, Lisa. All right, guys. So good morning, everybody. It's 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. I've marked up liquidity already. As you guys can see, there's a ton of liquidity on the top, but there's also liquidity on the bottom. So with that said, let's take a look at the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently at 62% long. So with regard to retail sentiment, we'll be looking for a sell. However, looking at the fundamentals are very bullish. So just as yesterday, we have a lot of indecisiveness in the market. We might get a fake out to the upside and then price may drop later. However, there's no guarantee that's going to happen. If you guys remember the market yesterday, price manipulated to the upside and it came all the way back down. So just looking over here at retail sentiment, I see that something like that might happen today. Just a reminder, we do have earnings today for a couple companies within the US30. So you're probably going to see a lot of spikes in price. So I'm back and forth. There's no clear direction. In order for us to have a clear direction, we want the fundamentals to align with the retail sentiment, which they're not aligning right now. So I think overall price will come down. However, we might get pushes to the upside and then, drop right back down later. So you guys want to be very careful when entering trades, not just today, but tomorrow as well. This entire week is earnings week. So we do have a lot of this, back and forth uncertainty because when the earnings are released, price will spike up and then all of a sudden it'll just correct back down to where it's supposed to be, because technically price should be lower. And as you can see, price has been dropping ever since London Open. Price initially pushed to the upside and then it came right back down to where it was supposed to go. So we'll see, what happens then. Yeah, Anton said markets are so choppy right now in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I agree. Right here, price was moving directional. Right here it was bearish, and then all of a sudden now it's just ranging sideways. So definitely something to pay attention to, because you guys definitely don't want to be trading in choppy markets like this, because if you're trading in choppy markets, you can easily get caught on the wrong side without you even knowing. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Anton says scalping is the way to go. Definitely won't hold trades today. Yeah, smart move. Hey, Matt, morning. Morning, Lisa. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So market is going to open in about 3 minutes. When the market does open, we'll determine, which direction we'll be trading in. Currently, right now, we have a pending sell signal right here. So if this closes, we'll be looking for a strong bearish red candle to take the breakout. However, as I mentioned, today's going to be risky, just like it was yesterday, guys. So if you guys remembered how the market moved yesterday, just keep in mind that that's probably how it's going to move today. So I'm going to be extra careful. I'm not trying to have any unnecessary losses. That's really what I'm aiming for here. I'm aiming for the consistency and the ability to avoid, any losses as much as possible. So we'll see shortly. Hey, Purity, morning. All right, so market is going to open shortly. Let me go and check I don't know if the heat map here refreshes. I'm still confused if this trading view one is. I thought this trading view one was going to be better because it looked newer and it just looked better than the other one, but it just seems like it's very inaccurate. I know this one's inaccurate too. It's slower, but this one seems super inaccurate. Let me check the futures data real quick, or the market's not even open, so we can't even check. But I guess when the market does open, I can double check to see, because I really like the setup for this one. It's just easier to see and everything's kind of marked up better versus the original heat chart that we have over here. This heat map is, I don't know, it's just more organized compared to this one, but it's not a huge difference. So we'll see about that when the market does open. So the market is going to open shortly in about 40 seconds. So we just got to wait for this to open here. We got about 30 seconds till open. All right. There you go. As price pushes up. It's rejecting right off the news price right there. And there you go with the spike down. All right, guys. So the market is now open. We're right now technically looking for a strong green candle in the direction of momentum. If we do get a strong green candle in the breakout is a buy, I'm probably not going to take it because it's going against the retail sentiment. So we'll follow. All right, so let me go over here and check out the fundamentals real quick. Refresh this. It is currently up 192 points. So it's very high right now in the bullish side. Refreshing this right here. All right, so I don't think this thing is updating properly. So I'm probably not going to use this one. We'll use this right here, refresh this. All right, everything here is bullish. Let me just close this tab. All right, so still no entry here for the breakout. You can see this candle here was a strong red candle, but the momentum is bullish. So you're looking for a strong green candle before entering it. And you can see right here where price is having trouble breaking past. It keeps running into the sessions and the news price right here. One thing I'm going to do is mark up opening price as well, which is right here. Okay, so there we go with the drop. So that drop right there is exactly what we were looking for. If you guys remembered, the retail sentiment bias is bearish. So it came down and hit the liquidity below, but then we have a huge wick right here on the bottom. So in order for us to have a sell here, we need this candle to close as a strong red candle with a sell signal. If it doesn't close that way, there's not going to be an entry there for a sell. And even if we do get an entry here, this candle is way too big. So I would be looking for a retracement, right? So no, there's actually a sell signal right there. It looks like it came up a little late. However, there is somewhat of a wick right here. So it's a bit too risky. I wouldn't have taken this trade here. I'd wait for the next following strong red candle in order to take, the breakout right here. But I mean, some of you guys may consider this the breakout. I do find it very risky though. So I probably wouldn't have entered at this point. Let me see if I can measure the wick right here. So the wick is about 100 to 110 pips. We'll see how this calendar closes. The body of this is about 400 pips. So yeah, the wick is kind of big. So if you guys took the entry there, that would have hit T. Well, yeah, it would have been close to. This would be the breakout right here for sure. But again, it's a bit risky because this candle is too big. You might be worried about some retracement there. This price continues to bounce around. It's really going to be difficult to get some like prime entry here. So as I mentioned earlier, guys, this is a very risky breakout. I'm not in this position right here. I haven't even thought about entering it yet because the retail sentiment and fundamentals do not align. Fundamentals here are bullish. Retail sentiment is bearish. So I'm probably going to sit out on this breakout here. I mean, if you guys want to take it, feel free. There is two different opportunities to take the breakout, depending if you consider this a strong, red candle right here. This would have been the breakout and it technically would have hit TP. However, if you were being a little more careful and waiting for the next one right here, some of you guys may have entered over here. So if you guys want to enter this position, feel free. I do consider it a bit of a risky trade. So I do recommend you move your stop loss in profit once you are in profit, or maybe go for a partial profit, right? Maybe not go for the full move because this is, I do consider this a very risky entry here because you're entering a trade without the confirmed bias, right? The second requirement right here. So, take it at your own risk. If you guys do take it, remember to protect your position as much as possible. I would just pull out whenever you make some profit. I'm not in the position. I'm going to hold off on this. I'm just going to wait for the next one to come up, because I do find it. I do think it'll retrace up a little bit. Like you can see right here, it is retracing up. And the problem with this here is that if you take a position, and depending on where your stop loss is, I know some of you guys use a 300 pip stop loss, which is what I do too when I go for smaller moves, like 100 pips. There's going to be a lot of spike ups, like you can see right here. Like you can get lucky and probably catch 100 pips so-and-so, but I do find it to be a bit risky because the market volatility here is too high. So like, for example, if you enter here and it's too late, right, you might get stopped out before it hits your TP. Like you really have to be on point with identifying when to make these entries. If you're going for the quick 100 pip moves, because typically when you enter a 100 pip move, you don't want to have your stop loss like super wide. I know some people do have a super wide stop loss, but that just increases your risk, right? Like for example, if you enter right here at the very bottom and price pulls up like this, you're in some massive drawdown, and it'll probably hit your stop loss and then it'll come back down, right? So probably hit stop loss and then it'll come back down and hit your TP. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's just too risky for me to enter this. I'm not in this position at all. If you entered it earlier, you would have hit TP already. If you entered from right here, it's in some drawdown at the moment. So, and there you go, price drops back down, right? So I'm going to avoid this right now. I'm just going to turn it off, and then we're going to look for any other entries here. Basically what I'm looking for is the bias. So in order for me to take any trades, I need the second requirement right here. I need retail sentiment to align with fundamentals and the technicals. Right now, the retail sentiment does align with the technicals. However, it doesn't align with the fundamentals over here because they're still very bullish. So until this drops like below 100 points, below 50 points, then maybe I'll start looking for some sells. But currently right now, the entire index is, it's very bullish right now. So it's not really worth taking the risk at the moment. So I'm going to sit out of this and wait. It's just not really worth the risk. Nice. Janae said she got in and out. Rain said, got my 100 pips. Thanks, Sean. Definitely a rain. Steven reached his goal. So nice work, Steven. Steven said he reached his goal ×2. So Steven usually locks in about 1,000 a day. It looks like today he locked in 2,000. Great work, Steven. Nice. 13 said hit his goal and he's out. All right. So a lot of you guys here did lock in some good profits off the breakout here. It looks like a lot of you guys actually took the earlier entry right here and it hit your TP. So if you guys have any profits, feel free to send them in. Just a reminder, I didn't take this trade. So this trade is not going to count towards anything, no results, no nothing, because I would have no profit to show for it. I'm just going to sit tight and wait for, a more solid entry to come up here. So yeah, Maddie said same breakout as yesterday, wacky back and forth. Yeah, it's not really worth the iron price. I don't think it's worth the risk. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said, I could see it shoot to stop loss like yesterday and then drop back to TP just like how it did. And it looks like that's probably what's happening here. It got really close to the TP and then it just swung all the way back up. Right. All right, anyway, so the breakout is done with. Looks like some of you guys here sent in your profits. Andreas over here took the breakout for a partial TP, just like I kind of warned you guys to do. He locked in a total of 617. Smart move right there, Andreas. If you guys are following directions, you guys should have done perfectly fine. Kenny over here as well locked in a total of 1,831. Great work, Kenny. Matthew over here, same thing. He moved to stop loss and profit, locked in a total of 396. Nice work, Matthew. Maria over here, same thing. She took partial profit, locked in a total of 645. Andrea 617. Marco over here locked in a total of 372. Nice work, Marco. Josh over here, smart move. Josh over here also followed my advice. He said, see you tomorrow. Thanks for the advice. He locked in a total of 352 off this account and 741 off this account. Great work, Joshua. Other than that, let's see, Kenny over here, 1,831. Great work, Kenny. Vincent over here locked in a total of 890. So it looks like all you guys here followed directions and listened to moving your stop loss and profit or closing out early. Maddie over here locked in 267 off this account, 171 off this account, and 660 off this account. So nice work, Maddie. So guys, you know, it's all about risk management. If the market is kind of choppy and I do see the trade to be risky, I'm going to let you guys know it's risky, right? Even though it'll probably hit TP, I'm still going to let you guys know when it's risky. For me personally, you know, I'm all about risk management. So if I see it risky, I'm not even going to take the trade. But I'm glad to see a lot of guys here who did take the trade, did follow my direction, and pulled out when you needed to. So Steven over here locked in a total of 1,890. He double dipped into the trade. He entered the first one, pulled out. As it pulled back, he entered a second one and doubled up his profit right here. So great work, Steven. Consistency right here, Steven, is crazy. You're almost done with this challenge, bro. Just keep it up. Just need about 5,000 more, so another 5 days of trading, you should be good. So keep it up, Steven. Charles over here locked in a total of 507 off this account. Locked in a total of 528 off this account. And locked in a total of 304 off this account. Nice work, Charles. Miriam over here. Miriam sent in her profits, locked in a total of 742. All right, guys, great work all around. You know, congrats to you guys here who are listening, paying attention, keeping in the game. Profits are looking nice. All right, other than that, let's go back over here and let me mark up the liquidity again. So liquidity on the bottom got hit already. Still a lot of liquidity on top, but we'll see where that goes. Here's a clean chart. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Opening price was there. There we go, the high lows. All right, so other than that, as you guys can see right here, price is gone and it's gotten into a range. So initially price dumped right here for the breakout, and then now it is going sideways down between this high and this low right here. So not really much movement at all. It's kind of just going back and forth. So this one right here, let me clean this up. Yeah, looks solid. It's just a sideways movement right here. Let me check the 3-minute, nothing there. 5-minute, there's nothing here at all. And the 10-minute, there's nothing here either. So going back to all the time frames, there's nothing to really take at the moment. Looking over here at the retail sentiment is currently 63% long. So we're still looking at overall sells. Price is pushing up right now. You know, it's probably based off the fundamentals. Fundamentals are probably still bullish. And yes, they are. They're up 160 points, 173 points actually. So you guys want to be very careful with these entries right here because you can get fake outs in either direction. Looking over here at the heat map, refreshing this. Heat map over here is very green. So you definitely want to be very careful. You like basically what you're waiting for here, guys, is you're waiting for this to turn right back down because it is pushing up right now initially, which is a temporary push. But eventually I will probably see this come tumbling down, right? That's like basically what happened yesterday. So that's me pretty much just waiting for my opportunity to hop in for that dump because I do see price coming right back down at some point. I know there's a V3 probably pending right here, but I think this will be a bit risky. Let me see how far this is. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's also, I don't know if this would be the best. It's also a big candle. So you guys can see right here, this candle is huge, right? It's about like 400, 500 pips. So if this candle does close, one thing that you want to look out for is a possible retracement. So what I'll do here is I'll probably wait for the retracement and then maybe I'll enter like later, a little later. So price is kind of dropping right there. Let me see where price is going. Catch this for a quick 100 pips maybe. See how far it drops from here. Mark this up. It's about 570 pips. See if I got it. Cool. So I got it for a quick 100 pips, guys. I waited for it to retrace up a little bit. It didn't retrace up that strong, so I just entered and I caught it for a quick 100 pips right here. Only partial because, as I mentioned, I did find this to be a bit risky. There we go. Price about to hit TP. So if you guys are in this position still, I do recommend move your stop loss in profit. The reason why I didn't expect it to push all the way down is because of the liquidity right here. It bounced right off it. So if you guys are in this position, I do recommend to move your stop loss in profit, or if you guys are happy with your profits, or you just pull out. This is a V3 right here. If you guys are not familiar with that strategy, the V3 variation. The main issue with this trade here, though, is that we didn't have the overall bias, right? We did have a moderate bias because we have retail sentiment and technicals, but we don't have all three. So that's one thing that you guys want to keep in mind. And hopefully you guys pulled out here. So like, as I mentioned, if I tell you guys need to pull out and move your stop loss and profit, I'm saying it for a reason. I'm not telling you guys just to scare you. Something like this will happen right here. Because as I mentioned, this is a risky area to trade because whenever price comes between the high or the low, you're going to see some spikes. Like price came down here. It bounced right off the low right here, right? Again, same situation. If price reaches this point up here, you're probably going to see it spike again right back to the downside. Also, this is a huge move. So normally these V3s are like maybe 300 pips or so. This V3 here is 570. It's almost double the move of a normal V3. So that's why if you guys are taking this trade and you guys pulled out already, like this would have been your full TP for a normal one right there, right? It would have hit TP already. So hopefully you guys listened and pulled out early. I'll send you guys my profits right now. But you guys just have to be very attentive to like what's going on in the market, right? As I'm going to keep reminding you guys that this is a risky day to be trading because the bias over here isn't aligned, right? If this was aligned, like say for example, this here was bearish and this here was down like 100 points, like if it was red 100 points, then yeah, I would take the sell 100% and not think twice about it. But the thing is, there's no clear direction of bias right now. We have a bias for a sell overall, and you can see right here where price spiked, right? Spiked right there, came up, rejected off the high, came down, rejected off the low. Same thing that happened here happened right over here. So guys, you guys got to pay attention and make sure to move your stop loss and profit whenever you can and or pull out with profit. So let me just take a screenshot of my profits so far. I didn't really lock in too much off that. I locked in 1,000. This was a quick 100 pips. So let's see. There's my main account. See if I can find another one. There's another one here that's coming up. It looks like it's building up right here. Again, I do find this to be risky. This whole area right here is a risky area to be trading in. I'm gonna probably wait a bit before entering again. And if I do enter, it's probably gonna be for a partial move, not necessarily for the full move as we've been doing previously. So I'm not in this position right here, guys. You guys can see the big retracement right there. It seems like there was a lot of slippage here for some reason. My FTMO copier actually only gave me like half profit, which is weird. Fix this real quick. So if you guys remember, same reasoning, guys. I'm not in this position right now. Same reasoning why I think this trade is risky. For one, it's in a range. For two, there's no overall bias, right? I mean, there's an overall bias, but there's no bias that's aligning. Retail sentiment does not align with the fundamentals. So if you're going to take these trades here, you guys got to be really quick and you have to pay attention to whatever moves you guys can cash here. See if there's another move here that's possible to take. And it hit my TP again. Okay, so I got to take my screenshot again. So as you guys see right here, I did the same thing I did earlier, right? I didn't enter right away. I waited for it to pull back. As it dropped back down, I entered for a quick 100 pips. You guys can keep doing that if you want. I just don't recommend that you guys hold the full position because this is such a big move. Typically, if this is like 100 to 300 pip move, then great, go for the full TP. But the last one is 570 pips. This is 480 pips, still a big move. And the market's super volatile. So it can go into profit and then pull back out immediately, like right here, right? Same situation. Price will come down, they'll swing back up and then it'll come back down, or it'll just do a full on reversal. This one might actually hit full TP because the low is like way down here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to adjust this as well according to the new range here. So I'm already out of this position. I got to go and take another screenshot. So let me just go back to my accounts because I already just made another profit off that. So you guys can see, like if you guys just watch the chart, you guys can see how erratic it is, right? I recommend taking smaller scalps within here. If you guys want to double dip into a position, you guys can do that. But I would just get in and out of these positions quickly because it's so volatile. The volatility is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because you can pull in and out of trades very quickly. Like you can just enter, you hit your TP within a couple of seconds, and then you can do it again. Versus holding on to a position and like basically praying that it'll come all the way down, which it probably will, but I'm not going to take that risk. I don't know why my FTMOs are so off. That's weird. My FTMO copier is like always half profit. But my MFF copier is fine. It's weird. I'll show you guys right now shortly. A lot of slippage across my accounts for some reason. Looks like it's gonna hit TP because the TP is before the actual low there. So there's a huge discrepancy across my accounts with my profits. What the fuck? I don't get this. This is so weird. So my funded account TFF, I got both losses. I don't understand how that even happened. I don't know if the spreads on TFF are like, I'm starting to really not like TFF guys. So I'm not going to recommend them to you guys if, man, this is so weird. I'm going to show you guys here too. I really don't like TFF. I don't even know what their spread's like, but I got both losses on my TFF. They're not big losses, but they're still losses. They're not a good broker. They're pretty trash, to be honest. And I already knew they were gonna be trash. So, yeah, they're not a good. I don't recommend anybody use TFF, guys. It's cool. I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but they're not good at all. Okay, so here, let me send my screenshot, or I'll take a screenshot of this and I'll show you guys. Give you guys the update right here. D3. Which of the moves was this right here? 480. I'm shocked that it took a loss. I'm like pretty shocked because all my other accounts are perfectly fine. I don't know what's going on with this. All right, let me just show you guys real quick. So, I mean, it's a huge discrepancy. I don't understand this, like, because I'm like 1,000 in profit in all my accounts except for TFF. Like, I couldn't even get like partial profit. Okay, look, check this out. Like, tell me if this makes sense to you guys. My FTMO, they hit TP, so I actually hit my TP there, right? So there was a huge gap between whatever your TP would have been. So I hit my TP here. I made 2,133. My FTMO copier made 1,113. My MFF copy over here made 2,120, and then my second MFF over here made 2,120 as well. But for some reason, my TFF here both has losses. It just doesn't make sense. it's annoying because this is my funded account like that I just got. So I was expecting, okay, I've been hitting wins like all week and okay, this is gonna be fine, but I'm on their new server. The new server is pretty trash. Um, I don't know. I'm probably have to complain to them somehow. Uh, it's just, I don't know. It's pissing me off. It's annoying. But anyways, here's my profits from that trade. So this trade and the one before that. Let me turn this off real quick. We'll see if we could find something else here that we can follow. Like usually I don't get frustrated about brokers or losses, but this is like a clear, I mean, it's pretty clear, right? Like it actually hit TP. It's not like, and the thing is price stayed below there. It wasn't like, okay, price like hit my TP and then it shot up. Like it hit my TP and then it kept dropping. So if there was slippage, it should have gave me even more profit. Because it hit my TP right here and then it kept going further down. Like if I measure this, there's 100 pips, right? That's where my TP was. So what happened was price continued dropping like another 400 pips. So I should have had more profit if it was, I don't know, it's all good, whatever. I'll have to complain to them and see if they'll give me hopefully a refund on those trades. There's no V3 right here at 19 because there's no pending sell signal. So it is technically a V3, but there needs to be a pending sell there, like how there was for these two. There's no pending sell for this one. So no V3 off that one, unfortunately. Looks like it could be good, but it's all good. Thanks, Kenny. Pelosi is about to speak shortly, it looks like. All right, so Rick's favorite person, Nancy Pelosi, speaking right now. So you guys might want to be careful. As you guys know, there's a lot of memes of her like manipulating the market, buying a lot of tricky stocks. So yeah, you guys want to be careful. Pelosi is speaking right now. She's giving her weekly update or weekly press brief. Basically about the economy, the market, stuff like that. So other than that, let me go over here and check real quick to see if there's anything else that I'm missing. So I don't see any snipes right now off the 10. Let me see if there's one over here. So I'm just going to mark up the zone. There's technically one that was like way up here, but this happened at 540. I don't see any other ones right here because it's not rejecting off the pivot. It's rejecting off the structure, but not the pivot specifically. All right, so there's no other entries. Nothing for the 10, nothing for the 5, nothing for the 3, and nothing for the 1 minute. So let me just mark this up real quick. All right, so let me just update this real quick. Oops, didn't mean to pin that. Pin. Trash. Gonna vent on this a little bit. All right, let me just send this over to the groups real quick, and I'll look at your guys' profits as well. Looks like a lot of you guys here sent in your profits too. So I will copy this over right there. There. And I missed something here. All right. So I think we're good right now. I don't see any other entries right now, so we're good at the moment. Let's copy these over to that. All right, let's take a look at everyone's profits over here. So we got Dre over here. Dre's currently up 1,185. Nice work, Dre. Got Kenny over here currently up 2,230. Nice work, Kenny. We got Dre over here again as well. Currently up now 1,545. Nice work, guys. Nick over here locked in a total of 548. Nice work, Nick. Matthew over here locked in a total of 596. All wins for the day. Charles over here locked in a total of 1,225. Nice work, Charles. Charles' other account 1,408. His third account 855. And then all his accounts combined right here currently up 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000, close to 10,000 for the week so far. So amazing work right there, Charles. You guys can see the consistency right here. If you guys stick to the plan, Charles is up about 10,000 across all of his accounts. So great work right there, guys. Wesley over here currently up well over 1,200. Nice work, Wesley. D over here is currently up 1,302. Great work, D. Other than that, I think that's about it for right now. Let me see Maddie over here as well, locking a total of 399 off this account. Locked in 207 off this account. And locked in 852 off this account. Great work, Maddie. Dave over here as well. Great work, Dave. And Dave's killing it. He's at half lot again. Only use full lots when bias is 100% aligned. Thanks, bro. Back to work. So Dave over here locking his morning profits. And then now he's going to his normal day job. So great work right here, Dave. Dave locked in. This is probably your whole paycheck, Dave. Within these first couple of minutes, Dave locked in a total of 3,315 off this account. And then his second account over here, 4,000 flat. So I'm pretty sure that this is way more than you make at your day job. You made about 7,315 for the day. It's only been 30 minutes. So nice work, Dave. Other than that, Eunice over here locked in a total of 78 off this account. And then another 75 off this account. Great work, Eunice. Charles over here, already got yours. You got 1,200, 104, 1,004, and 800 right here. So guys, look how price is dropping right here, right? This is why it's important that you guys follow retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is always going to be, you know, number one for me personally, because this is really what's telling you what the overall picture is going to be for today. You guys can see that the stock index was completely green. So everyone is thinking to take buys, right? But what was that? That was a trap. I told you guys that this was temporary. Price was going to push up and then eventually it was going to swing down, right? And what happened here? It did exactly that. It faked people out. Basically, market was right here. It was pushing up slightly. It faked people out and then it came all the way back down because the bias was to sell. You guys always have to look at the bias. Bias is always going to be the number one thing to look at. I don't care what's going on the chart. Like, I don't care if price is pushing up, pushing down, going sideways. I'm going to look at the bias. And if the bias is telling me that it's bearish, then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to wait for it to actually drop because it's going to drop at some point. And that's exactly what happened here, right? Waited for it to drop. And there you go. Drop right down. So, you know, it's just all about, it's all about being patient, guys. So if you guys started from the beginning of the session, I mentioned, you know, I'm not looking for any buys. I'm just patiently waiting for it to drop. And here we go as it drops. So now I'm looking for some sell entries so that I can hop into these trades and, you know, ride this wave to the downside. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Melzon over here. Nice work, Melzon. Locked in a total of 719 for the day. So great work right there, Melzon off the live. I'll message you later, Steven. Steven just a convo right there. Jay over here as well. Nice work, Jay. Jay said time's in my hands now. We'll get there. Locked in a total of 1,836. Nice work, Jay. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the profits. We have a couple more here. Fahad locked in a total of $6,602. So all wins right here. All wins, no losses, Fahad. Great work. Yeah, Fahad over there is burning some McDonald's, bro. Getting me hungry. Fahad with his Uber Eats. And Tiana over here locked in a total of 2,602. All wins, no losses. Great work, Tiana. Yeah, I saw that little McDonald's thing on your screenshot, Fahad. JJ over here said on the road making money. So JJ over here is actually a truck driver. He's driving and trading. Locked in a total of 2,662. Nice work, JJ. All right, guys. So great profits across everyone over here so far. Nice. Michael over here too. He said, Sean, passed my 100K FTMO trial today. I know it's a demo, but I'm happy to finally be able to demonstrate the consistency to reach the finish line. I got a 100K challenge ready to start on Monday to keep the momentum going. So guys, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you guys are doing demo, if you guys are doing the trial, if you guys are doing the real thing. You know, I'm helping you guys build consistency here. Like Michael probably has never seen real consistency. He's been here on the lives, I'm assuming every day, and he's passed his trial right here. So he's now ready to do the real thing. So big congrats to Michael over here. You know, it doesn't matter if you guys are doing demo, real, challenge, verification, funded, whatever. I mean, if you guys are finding consistency, that's all that matters, you know. Yeah, just don't listen anyway. I know people are probably gonna talk shit and say that, you know, you're not trading the real thing, but realistically, you're just training yourself for the real thing. So it doesn't matter whether it's real, demo. You know, you're probably doing better than a lot of other people who are hating on you anyway. So keep it up, guys. I mean, skill is skill, just like Marco said. You know, once you guys develop the skill, it doesn't go away. You just get better at it. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that for us to take. There's nothing here for us to take. So there's nothing on the 1 minute. I haven't seen any entries here. This was not a V1, unfortunately, so there was no entry to take there. There's no variation at all because there was no pending momentum for it. So looking over here at the 3, there's nothing down here. Here's the 5, nothing there either. And the 10 minute, there's nothing here. So there's nothing on any of these time frames to enter for a sell. What I'm looking for here is a retracement. So I want price to retrace up a little bit, and then maybe you can take it on its way back down. This is exactly what we want. We want the buy signal to come up so that we'll have a pending sell, you know, in the opposite direction. So, and it's really close to the Asia low, like Fahad said right here. Thanks, Fahad, for the update. But other than that, I think that's it for right now. Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure if you're on the live, but I'm pretty sure you are. Whoops. Hey, no, I think it's coming up. It's all good. No emojis today then. Yeah, it's a great work, Michael. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Hey, Barack, how's it going? Let me see if I'm missing anything over here real quick. Peter, thanks for the update right here too. Looks like Biden is going to be speaking on Ukraine in the next 40 minutes. We got a lot of stuff going on today. We got Pelosi still speaking. I don't know who this guy is, but he's speaking right now. So yeah, Pelosi's press conference is still going on. Biden is going to speak in about 30 minutes. Let's go back to the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 63% long. So it's still bearish. We're definitely looking for sells overall. Looking over here at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently down less than 100 points. This is exactly what we wanted. Let's take a look at the heat map, refresh this. Heat map is starting to turn red. Things are starting to change here. So we'll see where this ends up going. Overall, we want this to be majority red. Once it's majority red, I think this is going to help a lot with our analysis and ability to take you know, sells here and whatnot. So other than that, we're just going to be waiting for any type of opportunity to enter a trade. There's no entries available right now. We need a pending momentum to come up. So until we get a retracement signal like this right here that's pending, this green signal that keeps popping up, then we can you know, anticipate a swing back to the downside. But currently right now, there's nothing available on the 1 minute, nothing on the 3, nothing on the 5, and nothing here on the 10. So let me scroll up and see if I'm missing anything over here. All right, cool. Looks good. Yeah, Maddie said we need that green signal so we can take the variation back down. Yep, that's exactly what we're waiting for right here. Man, I'm still mad at TFF. I don't think they have a quick support team like FTMO. I might have to email them and complain to them. Because if this is the case, I just want to get my, like, if they'll give me a restart on my funded account, then great. But okay, it's straight BS that I'm losing these trades. It's like such a huge discrepancy. Their spread must be like, you know, like quadruple or 5 times what normal spread is if that's the case there. But we'll see. It's like I hopped on that bandwagon a little too late. I know Kip was trying to get me on it a long time ago when they were getting like big payouts from them, but it's all good. Let's see, we got another, let's see who sent this. Gotcha. Thanks, Rami. I will I'll do that later in the Discord. But yeah, appreciate that, Rami. I'm definitely going to go there and complain to them after this live session. Yeah, other than that, we don't have that buy signal yet. The buy signal is coming up right here, which is going to be considered a retracement signal. It's not necessarily a buy signal we're looking to take because everything is pointing towards the sell. It's just a retracement signal confirming that the retracement is nearly done, right? So one way to look at that is you guys can look at the other buy signals here too, right? So like you can see this buy signal came up because price was retracing and then price came right back down. Same with this right here, price came up. That was indicating that the retracement was basically done and then price came tanking all the way back down. So this is basically what we're looking for. We're looking for the retracement to be done and then we want to catch it on its way back to the downside. We just don't have anything right now. So let's see, Pelosi's still speaking, or one of her people are still speaking. Biden's speaking shortly. Let me check CNBC to see if there's any updates here. Let's see, the Dow is up. Pretty much all of the indexes are up right now, but they're not up very strongly. They're just slightly up. Let's see if there's anything else right here. Let's see, NATO leader warns Ukraine war could drag on for years. Putin threatens lightning fast retaliation if nations intervene. Well, I mean, I guess we're going into World War III, guys, kind of what it seems like. Because Biden is speaking on his, yeah, he's going to be speaking shortly. So Biden's going to deliver his remarks. You know, I don't know how this is going to work out, guys, because Biden is not like Trump or like any of the other presidents. Like the other presidents are generally pretty strong on their point. I think Biden right here is just going to run in circles, right? He's not really going to, I mean, we are supporting Ukraine, but he's not going to be like Trump or like, oh yeah, well then do something, Putin, you know, like he's not going to do something like that to provoke him. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. I mean, obviously we are supporting Ukraine. There's no denying that, but I feel like Biden here is not really, he's not really straightforward with anything. So we'll see when he does speak later. Yeah, Peter said Biden will be reading a script. He has no idea what's going on. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, no, John said I can't see World War III. Barely, Russia barely has combat power to do a head-on with France. Yeah, and Solange said a Cold War at least for sure. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you know, they're not going to be. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to say it won't happen, but there's probably not going to be like like they're not going to be sending troops here to the US for the war. But it's definitely going to be like, a Cold War where they're going to be hacking systems and stuff like that. Because, there's a lot of Russian hackers like that are really good at what they do. It's the same that with what happened in the past. So a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that would affect it. So other than that, guys, there's no entries available here yet. We haven't gotten that buy signal yet. So we don't have the retracement. Other than that, let's see. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, Patricia said right now you can't use TFF breakout. Spread is high, calm down, but it's a big freaking issue. Spread jumps around a lot. Yeah, no, I could see that because I mean, it's kind of I don't know how this happened. Like it hit my full TV for both of my trades, but they both hit the same like loss. So if this is the case, I think the spread was like at least triple of what FTMO was. Because if it hit my TP and I still had a loss and I still lost a little bit, it must have been triple, if not quadruple, the spread, which is it's crazy. Yeah, Patricia said it was over 3. Yes, over 300 pips. So it might have been up to like 540 pips. I've seen it go up that high before, or 550 pips. So sucks, but it is what it is. Thanks, Kenny, for the update right here too. So yeah. Biden's actually speaking earlier. Thanks, Kenny, for the update. So Pelosi is still speaking. Biden's actually going to speaking early on the Washington Post. He's speaking in 13 minutes. On the White House YouTube, he's speaking in 30 minutes. So I guess he's speaking twice. He's going to deliver remarks on the Russian invasion, then he's going to speak again later. All right, so we'll just keep that in mind. Overall bias is still a sell, though. Maddie said there was a high low at 7:0. Oh yeah, there was right here. I didn't even see that, Maddie. I missed it too. I think because we were too focused on the oh yeah, we didn't even identify that. Yeah, the variation. We were too focused on looking at the variation, but the variation never came. And there was actually a high low that was right here. I'm not sure if anyone caught that, but there was a high low. That was right there because this candle closed below that low and it's dropped further. Miles said natural farts at 10:30 or 7:30 our time. So we do have high impact news coming up right here at 7:30, or not high impact, it's light impact, but it's going to affect the market. There we go with the retracement signal. That's exactly what we wanted. We can now start looking for variations. But I'd be careful because Biden is going to be speaking shortly. So, I mean, I don't know. He could easily shake up the market. He's speaking in about 12 minutes, which is before news over here. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you guys are looking to enter any trades, I do want to enter trades, but I might have to be a bit careful because good old Biden mess it up for all of us. So let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, we might get, like Maddie said, we might get a triple confluence, which could be, which could be solid. Yeah, Charles said possible V3 buy for the 10-minute, not one that I would take, but not one that I would put past me that will probably hit TP because it's not a huge move. Actually, it's a pretty huge move. It's like 850 pips. But I could see price retracing that high. So if it needs to push about 850 pips, I could probably, let me just map it right here real quick. It's not that far. So if price goes back to open, which typically does, price will go back to open, then it'll still hit its TP here on the 10-minute, but it's not one that I'm going to take. I for sure will not take this because I never go against this, the retail sentiment. I mean, you're taking a huge risk going against retail sentiment. So yeah, it might reach that far, but I do think it's going to be a bit, well, not even a bit, I think it's going to be a lot of it of a risk to be taking a trade like that there. So we'll see. The thing that I can see here though is that there is liquidity right here. So if price does make it that far, it'll probably push up further. That's something to keep in mind. But again, I'm not going to be taking any risky trades there that are, that would be considered very risky. Other than that, let's see. There he goes. Price pushes up. Price broke past this liquidity right there. If price does hit this, I think price may go back to open. And then it might just come right back down. But I mean, who knows? We'll see. Nothing off the 5 right here. Here's the V3 that we're just referring to. This isn't one that I'm taking, guys, and not one that I recommend anyone take. We'll just follow it to see where it goes. I want to see where this TP would be on the 1 minute. So the TP is actually really high. I don't know if it'll hit the full TP. It's like way up here because it's going to have to break. Like the thing is, I could see it breaking past this right here and then maybe touching this point. But there's a lot of areas of rejection right here. So I don't know if it'll reach that point. This is where the TP is for the 10 minute. Maybe it'll go partial, but this is a big move. Like if you look at this here, this is 100, this is 1,230 pips, a huge move to make all the way to the upside. However, it might hit. So like what might happen here is this is like a pattern that I see a lot. Price will hit liquidity. It'll push up here and then it'll hit liquidity again right there, right? Because there is liquidity at that point. It'll push up, hit TP, and then come all the way back down. Right? Same pattern that happens like pretty often. That's why you guys want to be very careful when price reaches these areas of liquidity. I think this area right here is going to be a huge, like if price ever does reach this point, it's going to blast right through them. I think it'll blast right through them, run into the sessions right here, and then come crashing all the way back down, right? And the thing is, tomorrow's Friday, so you might get some manipulation today or tomorrow to the upside to actually hit those areas of liquidity, because there's a lot of liquidity. It's different when the liquidity is kind of spaced out, but this liquidity is so close to each other that it's going to be a huge stop loss hunt if price ever does reach that point. So something to keep in mind for tomorrow, or maybe even towards the end of the session, or maybe when Biden speaks. I mean, who knows? Pelosi still speaking. Biden will come up in about 7 minutes. But yeah, I mean, if Russia ends up doing something that let's see. I was trying to see if there's any updates here. I mean, if there's any update with the war price, we'll just come right back down again. I'm just looking for some sort of indicator in the market, some sort of news that would cause price to drop, because that's going to be in the direction of our bias. So let's gonna clean this up a little bit so that we can see what's going on here. Delete that. Still no entries here. Yeah, Maddie said I can see it bounce off purple. I can see that too, Maddie. It pushes up there, pushes up here, and bounce directly off it. But nothing at the moment. So guys, it's 7:30 right now. Hopefully we can get some, like maybe one last move before the end of the session. See if there's anything else right here. All right. There's still nothing for us to take at the moment, guys. Let's see if there's anything right here. Nothing off the 1, nothing off the 3. Damn, this would have been, so this right here on the 3 would have been a V3, a V1. Yeah, V3 and a V1, but we don't have a pending momentum here. Momentum here is for a sell. So, I mean, this would have been a nice entry right there, right? And there we go. As price starts to dump right back down. This is why you guys go with the bias. Yeah, that would have been a nice little V3 there, or a V1, if we had a pending sell momentum, but we didn't. So no entry off of 3. There goes a 1 minute as it comes right back down in the direction of our bias. So let's just refresh this real quick. Still at 63%, so still looking for some sells. Looking over here at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently, they're around 100 points. Let's take a look at the heat map. Heat map is actually pretty bullish again. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of inconsistency, right? Price will go from like red to green to red to green, back to like very green. Pelosi still speaking. Biden's about to come on in about 3 minutes. He's gonna come on over here as well. All right, and we got news coming up over here as well. At 7:30, so in about 4 minutes. I don't want to be back. Nice, Maddie. Maddie actually caught the drop right there. Rami said, the sentiment always slaps me in the face when I start looking at fundamentals too much for my trade. Sentiment is king. Yeah, I don't even look at the fundamentals at all very much, Rami. I look at retail sentiment, and then I'll look at, after then I'll look at fundamentals. The fundamentals, they change too often. Yeah, and there we go. Price hits liquidity right here, and it might bounce off the sessions right below. Yeah, this would have been nice if we had a V3 here for a sell. This would have been nice. So guys, back to the 10-minute. This is exactly why I told you guys not to trade against the retail sentiment, right? Because if you guys took the buy here and you guys went against retail sentiment, you would have been stopped out a heavy, heavy loss right here. So another reminder to you guys, always trade in the direction of bias. It's not worth the risk there. All right, Marco. Yeah, Marco said, I'm going to call it a day, reach my goal. See you guys tomorrow. Definitely, Marco. We'll see you then. Yeah, possible triple confluence right here, Parag. This might be a bit of a risky move because it's such a huge candle. Never mind. There's no triple confluence there. It didn't actually close below. But the candle there was kind of huge. And also, it's so close to the sessions right here. Not at the moment, but it did get really close to it, so it might be swinging back up after that point. So other than that, let's see. There goes price drops below. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if price drops below and then bounces off the sessions below here. Not that that'll necessarily happen, but yeah, I can see that happening right here. Come below and bounce off. See, other than that, all right, price is now coming over here. Oh, nice, Brock. So it looks like Brock took a sell there and made some profit too. So as you guys can see, a lot of people still make profit just off my analysis. We haven't really had too many entries today. We only had 2 V3s and the breakout. I guess those are like actually a decent amount of trades. But I mean, for the most part, we've been waiting here for like the past 30 minutes and there hasn't been any entries. One thing that you guys want to be careful for is going to be news right here the next minute. Also, Biden's going to start speaking. But I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here still profiting off, just my analysis here, because we've been analyzing this for a sell. So if you guys do see other sell entries, they're pretty solid, because the retail sentiment here it's still bearish, very bearish. Fundamentals here are starting to drop again. Yeah, you can see here it's starting to turn red actually. So it's starting to turn red. Looking over here at the heat map, stuff's starting to change. I mean, everything's pointing towards a sell. And there we go. As price drops below. Let's see if price ends up closing below the sessions right here, or if it ends up bouncing off it. Nice work, Vincent. Vincent on his demo here that he's playing around with locked in a total of close to 2,000. So he's been taking these right here. These hit full TP for his sells. So nice work right there, Vincent. And so what I see with a lot of people too is when people are done and they reach their profit goal for the day, they move on to a demo account, right? To just keep playing around. If you guys want to do that, that's probably a smart idea, because if you guys hit your profit goal and you still have that itch to continue trading, that's what you guys can do. That way you don't eat on any extra risk after you've already made your profits for the day. So we got Barack over here. Barack locked in a total of, damn, Barack, it's a lot of profit for the day. It's a big profit. 25,500. That's crazy. This is just for today, or is this like, this might be like your month or week. If this is your day, you're doing crazy, Barack. 25K in profit so far. All right, so other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Patrick over here, damn, that's from today. So this is Barack's profit for today. Thanks, Barack, for confirming. 25K in one day. It's insane. Patrick over here locked in a total of 2,585. Nice work, Patrick. And here, as you guys can see, price is still dropping below the sessions. So other than that, thanks. All right, let's see if there's anything else here for us to look at. I think Biden's going to be speaking soon. This is going to be news price right here. Fix that. News price right here at 7:30. Go to the clean chart. Mark that up right there too. So we got another area to look out for right here, which I think it's right above the session, so it's not a huge account. I mean, it's not a huge distance between the two. So this whole area right here just might be an area to avoid in between both the sessions and the news price right there. So I'll just take this off because you already know. Take this off too. Clean it up a little bit. Let me check Biden. I think Biden might be speaking right now. He hasn't started yet, but looks like he should be starting shortly. Yeah, he hasn't started yet, but he'll be starting shortly. Pelosi's still speaking too. All right, so we'll come back to that shortly. But other than that, there's nothing for us to take at the moment. Nothing on the 1 minute, nothing on the 3 minute, nothing on the 5 minute, and nothing here on the 10 minute. So nothing across the board, guys, across any of the time frames. It is 6:34 right now. Biden is speaking. So what we'll do right now is, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I can help answer whatever questions you guys have. I'll still be looking for entries, but I'm not going to be, I'm probably not going to be too inclined to take anything, because Biden is going to be speaking. And you know what happens when Biden speaks? He just causes a lot of uncertainty in the market. And I'm not trying to get caught in anything crazy, right before market close, or before 8 o'clock cutoff. See, Jermaine just sent me his profits. Let me see what you got over here. Jermaine said, best I've done in forever. I'm calling it a good day. Nice work, Jermaine. So I know you had a downward spiral with your accounts, but you did pretty solid so far right here. Total profit of 902. So keep it up, Jermaine. You just got to keep your morale up. I know it sucks when you get into a downward spiral with losses, but the real key here is being able to bounce back, guys. Because I see a lot of people give up with trading, and then they're just like one step away from breaking through. So just keep it up, Jermaine. Nice work, bro. Call it a day and repeat tomorrow. All right. So other than that, I think that's it for right now. Let's see, Brock sent in his profits. Currently up. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So Brock here is trading on a demo right now because he's waiting for his funded credentials to come in through FTMO. He just got funded this week. So currently right now he's up 6,737. Nice work, Brock. Yeah, no, I figured that was your weekly, but it's all good. Pretty solid. Maddie over here, he says, super selective with my entries today. Finally got a full TP I deserve. So Maddie over here locked in a total of 830 off this account. Nice work, Maddie. His second account locked in a total of 621. And his third account over here locked in a total of 1,680. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, finally got that full TP off that account. Other than that, I think that's it right now for the most part. This right here looks like it would be a V3. However, it's not going to because we don't have a pending sell signal. I mean, we've been waiting for that pending sell signal for a while now, so there's no entry at that point. Yeah, no, definitely, Jermaine. I just saw your message right now in the chat. Yeah, man, you just gotta keep it up, bro. Because I know with a lot of people they give up. Like, even with Maddie here, Maddie was gonna give up, or I mean, technically he was kind of asking me questions about trading. And then he decided not to give up, and here he is with like 3 funded accounts now, right? And he's only been trading for like 6 months, so just keep that in mind, guys. Gotta stay grinding. Let's see. Yeah, Maddie said I was down bad. Yeah, this guy had to call me, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is for me. Yeah, no, glad you stuck in too, Maddie. And I didn't, and the thing is, I didn't even influence Maddie to stay. I told Maddie, like, if this isn't for you, bro, then this just isn't for you. But then he took that to heart and actually kept going, and is now killing it. All right, so prices right here, it's stuck between, well, not really between, but it's stuck in between the news price, and you can see where price is kind of rejecting from. See where it's wicking off? It's wicking off directly off the news price. So this is why it's really important that you guys mark up the news price, because it's actually an important, thing to pay attention to. All of my horizontal lines over here are all important, right? These horizontal rays right here, these are somewhat important because they're identified as liquidity, but these ones that go across the chart are very important. Like the green one is the New York high low, red one is the London high low, purple is Asia high low. You guys can see where price is rejecting from, right? Rejects right off these lines right here. Again, below here, price is rejecting directly off these lines right here. So just, keep that in mind. I try to give you guys as much relevant knowledge as possible. Like I don't give you guys any fluff. I literally tell you guys what's important and what's not important, because there's a lot of bad information out there. All right, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. That's about it for now. Let me go ahead and take a look at the, now where is Biden at? He was supposed to be on like 10 minutes ago. Or less than 10, or more than 10 minutes ago, actually. I swear Biden's late to all of his press conferences. He has a scheduled press conference and he comes on like 30 minutes late or an hour late. It's like, bro, you're the president of the United States. You gotta be on time to these press conferences. Well, Biden hasn't spoken yet. Peter said he hasn't finished his ice cream yet. Pelosi's still speaking. So yeah, I mean, you guys, we're just gonna have to wait. It's unfortunate because I was hoping we could probably trade until he got on, but he's not he's not there yet. I mean, it's, oh, 13 said Pelosi's done. It's just, oh, this is a replay. Gotcha. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna turn that off. So Pelosi's done speaking. Biden is making his way to the podium probably. All right, Jesus, we'll see you tomorrow. It's good seeing you today on the live. Nice. JJ said he's getting his first payout tomorrow. Nice, bro. So you're gonna get your payout and you're gonna get your refund. So at that point, you can start another account. Kenny said Biden's still trying to find his way to the stage. Man, it's yeah, no, definitely. Big congrats to you, JJ, with getting that payout. You know, the hardest part for a lot of people is to just pass the challenge. The next hardest part is to get funded. And I think the very hardest part is getting your first payout, right? Because I see so many people who will they'll pass their challenge and then they'll fail it right after, or they'll pass their verification, get funded, and then they'll fail it right after, right? The consistency is key here, guys. Like, it doesn't matter how many challenges you pass. What really matters is, can you really get paid out, right? Because I see so many people get to that very last point and they miss the payout by like one trade. There's that one trade that they have too much pride to let go and to take the loss. And then they end up, losing it all. Yeah, the first payout is after you trade for 30 days, or not 30 days, but I mean, technically your account has to be around for like 30 days. Like, you have to have it running, but you don't have to necessarily trade 30 whole days. Oh, gotcha. Okay. 13 said you can adjust it. Looks like they changed it now. Okay, Charles, everybody. Looks like everyone said that FTMO's changed it to 2 weeks now. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, guys. Like what Maddie said, it doesn't matter if it's 1 day, 2 day, 30 days, 2 weeks, 1 week. If you guys aren't consistent, I've seen so many people blow their accounts in 1 day because they just got too overly confident and then they ended up over leveraging on a trade, right? You see that all the time. So, oh, gotcha, Talanji. Yeah, Talanji said you can get your pay up 2 weeks after you get funded. Nice. That's super lucrative now that I think of it. Yeah, Jermaine said that's my issue currently. Yeah, just like Brock said, consistency is a game. You got to keep the rhythm as you can. Like for me, guys, like I didn't trade yesterday or the day before that, but I traded today and I made a pretty good amount of profit. It's all about consistency. If you don't find any good entries on the market, then just hold off and wait for the next day, right? The market isn't going anywhere. You have 5 days a week to trade. If you have at least one good day and you avoid all the bad days, that's still profit in your pocket. So let me go back over here to see if Biden finally made his way up. No, he hasn't. So he's getting close to like 20 minutes late now to his, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna sit around. So if you guys have questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I think I'm personally going to be done with entering trades for the day because we don't have that pending momentum. Also, Biden is set to speak. He just hasn't spoken yet, but he is set to speak shortly. So if you guys have anything, feel free to drop whatever questions you guys have in the chat. Just a reminder, I'm going to be traveling this weekend, or today actually. I'm going to catch my flight right after this. I'm flying to Chicago. So if you guys have any emails or anything that you guys send over to me, you're probably not going to get any responses for like the next 8 hours, because the flight's like, I think 5 or 6 hours, and reception sucks on the plane and at the airport. So I will be bringing my laptop so that we can have our live session tomorrow, but we'll I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, nice. JJ said, bro, I'm in Chicago. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's my first time to Chicago. I heard it's gonna be really cold, and I'm not good with cold weather, so we'll see how that plays out. I'm just hoping that it's not it doesn't rain too much there or rain at all. Talon, you said I'm confused about something. You would pay tax on account refund. How do we explain it? Yeah, thanks, Andreas. Thanks, JJ. Yeah, what Josh said. Josh said the account is the cost of doing business, it's not tax on the refund. Yeah, it's just it's like an initial investment, and then you're basically recouping your investment. But Talanji, you're not in the US, so I think it's a little different for you. I think Josh too. I don't know if you're in the US or if you're in Canada, but these questions you want to ask your CPA or your accountant, because they're going to know the specific answer for you guys, because things work differently in different countries. So, oh, Josh is in Atlanta. Never mind, Josh. There was another Josh that was in the group that was from Canada. So it's just definitely not you. Now I'll remember that. Yeah, because Talanji's in the UK, so it's different for him out there. You definitely want to talk to an accountant, Talanji, when determining that. Yep, no problem. All right, other than that, let me see if there's anything else here for us to look at. I don't think there's much for us to look at here. It's 7:46 right now. So we only have about 15 minutes till 8. So I don't think I'm going to be looking for any specific trades. We do have the retracement signal right here, which is perfect. The next thing that we'll be looking for are any variations or any type of entries that come up. However, price is right at the sessions and the news price right here. So unless this moves away from it and doesn't give away an entry from now until 8, I don't think we'll have any entries to take, because if price continues to push up higher right here, even if it comes back down, we're going to get stuck at the sessions and news price again right here. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I can answer if you guys have any questions regarding any of the strategies, anything specific really that you guys need help with. I can help go over that right now, because we do have about 13 minutes till 8. Also, I'm still waiting for Biden to come on. It's been like 30 minutes. So Biden is still not, man, I don't know. Where is this guy? I don't understand how, like, he's late to everything. Here's Foley, I'll get you that link. There you go, Swelling. But yeah, he's still, I mean, I don't know what to do here, guys, with him being missing like that. Let me see if there's anything else here that we can follow. Yeah, Solo said with bias, like today, fundamentals are green, but statement was, yeah, retail sentiment was wait. Solo said, here, let me read your question again, because yeah, the retail sentiment is always going to be stronger than fundamentals. I think we went over this before. This is the order of bias. It's always retail sentiment. This is always going to be first, then fundamentals, then technicals. So sentiment will always be number one over the fundamentals, because the fundamentals can change quickly. So this number right here, you can see earlier, or now you can still see, this was like negative 100, right? Negative 200. And then it went, or no, it was positive 200. Now it went down to negative 10. Now it's back to positive 10, right? This number changes quite often. Like, it can change really quickly. The sentiment here doesn't change that quickly. So this is more of a staple in identifying what the bias is. Like, it'll change maybe a percentage or two, but this isn't going to go from like 64% to like 54% or like negative or like 32%, right? This is going to change very often. So this is the overall bias. The fundamentals are going to be like the moderate bias. And then the technicals are going to be the short-term bias because this changes like almost every couple minutes, right? This will like swing below, swing up, swing below, swing up, etc. So that's the order of bias: retail sentiment to fundamentals to technicals. There's technically a V3 right here, guys, but it's right at the session. So unfortunately, I mean, I'm not going to take it myself. If you guys do want to take it, I'd probably set this to 25 right there. Stop loss might want to be a bit further, but this is basically where it would be. It looks like it's going to hit CP right there. It's just too risky because it's right at the sessions and right at the news price, where you can get a lot of manipulation. Yeah, no problem, Solo. Oh, nice. Brock said I risked it, TP at 100 pips. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's a great work right there, Brock. Other than that, let me see what else I got over here. And there you go. Full TP off that V3. I'm not going to count it because I didn't take the trade, but I'm just going to show you guys. You know, I try to be as transparent as possible with you guys. The only trades that I count are the ones that I actually take, and the ones that I tell you guys are worth taking. This one right here, I wasn't going to take it because it was right at the sessions and the news price. Unfortunately, this happens sometimes where you get a good entry like this, but it happens right in the worst possible position. So definitely good work, guys. Let's see. Emil said, on point with what you said. Mindset is key. Once you get funded, getting the second refund today. Nice. So congrats, Emil is on. You're getting your second account right there. It's a scammer. Yeah, it's definitely a scammer. I delete this person. Delete. Patricia over here, she said profits passed another MFF 200K. She locked in a total of 1,110 for today. Nice work, Patricia. And she just passed her MFF in 3 days. So another K2 member over here with another passed MFF. So big congrats to you guys here. Seems like every day someone's passing their challenge, getting funded, passing their verification, etc. You know, it's just all about the consistency, guys. So congrats to another K2 member here, Patricia, passing another MFF. I think that's what I'm going to do first. I'm just going to max out my MFF, and then I'll go on to maybe another TFF, but I mean, who knows? We'll see. It's another scammer. No, it's a normal guy. All right, Eunice over here locked in a total of 186 off this account. Great work, Eunice. And then 181 off this account. Great work right there, guys. If you guys have any more profits to send in, just send them in, and then I'll add them to the profit post later today. I'm probably going to post it a little earlier because, as I mentioned, I'm going to be traveling today. So I won't be able to be reached probably until later tonight. Randy over here said, woke up late today, still managed to squeeze in 2 trades. I'm happy with my progress. So definitely great work right here, Randy. Locked in a total of 1,170 full TPs right there. You can see the green strip. So amazing work right there with your consistency, Randy. So as you can see right here, Randy too with good consistency. As long as you close out the day in profit, I know he took a loss yesterday, but he made it right back during the live session. He took this during, I think, Asia session or something like that, but he made it right back over here. So guys, as long as you guys have the consistency, you guys can always bounce back from any hole that you guys dig yourself. Because I've seen some people, like, I don't know, who's it, Rick? I think Rick was like close to like his last couple $100, and then he made it right back and passed and got funded. So, you know, anything's possible, guys, as long as you guys have the right mindset and are able to focus. Patrick over here as well, locked in a total of 5,507 for the day. Great work, Patrick. And he's done for the day. Brock over here. Yeah, Brock said that last V3 also bounced from the sessions, gave me a little edge. Yeah, no, exactly. When it bounced off the top part right here, right? Brock came up for the retest and then it came right back down, hit your TP super quick. So smart identification of a move right there. All right, guys. So it's 7:54 right now. I don't see anything else going on. Biden still has not made it to the podium. He's about like 40 minutes late now. So he's going to speak in a little bit whenever he gets to the podium or whenever he gets to wherever he needs to be. Solo said he's having a nap. Yeah, you got to wake him up for his nap. But yeah, he's not here yet. So he's not here, but I do see him coming on, maybe hopefully within the next couple of minutes or so. So other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it for our session here. Big congrats to everybody here who made a lot of profit with us during the live session. And big congrats to everyone who passed their challenges, verifications, and got funded. So if you guys do have questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. Just keep in mind that I'm going to be traveling today, so I won't be able to get back to you or respond until maybe later tonight. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, have a great rest of your morning, guys. And then I will see you guys on the next session. So see you guys, and I will